Hey nerdlings, what's up? It's Diana and I am here with the Unpopular Book Opinion Tag. So this tag was started by the Book Archer. I will link her channel down below. You should definitely check it out. And I was tagged by the wonderful and amazing Franny from Fanny and the Pages because she wants me to have no friends. I'm just kidding. Franny's amazing. I will also link her channel down below. You should definitely check out her videos. They're awesome. I adore her. She's wonderful and intelligent and just great. Thank you, Franny, for the tag, even though I'm probably going to lose subscribers over it. So I'm going to start with a quick disclaimer. I apologize in advance if I offend you. If I didn't like a book that you loved, or if I loved a book that you didn't like, I am so sorry if my opinions make you angry or upset. They're just my opinions, and I totally respect your opinion. So without further ado, let's open this can of worms. Question 1, a popular book or series that you just didn't like. For this, I'm going to go with Kiera Cass's The Selection series. And the funny thing about this series is that I really don't like it, but I also won't stop reading it. I don't know why that is. I don't know what that says about me, but I'm kind of just really interested in seeing how it ends. I've only read the first 2 books in the series, and they've kind of been like watching a train wreck. Now, it might be because I've never really been a fan of reality TV. I didn't really watch Survivor, or The Bachelor, or The Amazing Race, or America's Next Top Model, and this is like a dystopian version of The Bachelor. A lot of drama, a lot of pageantry, a lot of wishy-washy love triangle stuff, and I'm just kind of like, not really my thing. But I also really want to see how it ends, so I'll probably read the 3rd book in the series. I don't think I will be reading The Heir, which is the one that just came out a couple months ago. But yeah, a lot of my friends really liked this series, and I'm just like, not really my cup of tea. Question 2, a book or series that everyone else seems to hate, but you love. For this one, I'm going with Cressley Cole's The Arcana Chronicles. It's not so much that people really hate this series, it's just that nobody I know ever talks about it. But I did check out some of the Goodreads reviews, and they were less than stellar, and I happen to really enjoy this series. Mostly because the mythology is amazing. There's a host of different kids and teenagers, and they represent the cards of the major arcana. So the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, the Lovers, things you'd find in a tarot deck. And they're all given supernatural abilities in a fight to the death where one victor remains standing and they get granted immortality until the next phase of the war happens. And this happens every couple hundred years, and it's just a really cool idea, and I really like the premise. It does have a huge romance plot, and there is kind of a love triangle, but overall I just really think the series is interesting. And it's compelling. I usually read these books in one sitting. Right now there are 3 out. I think there's Poison Princess, Endless Night, and Dead of Winter. I don't know how many are planned. I know there's going to be at least 4 planned. I have no idea when the next book's coming out, but I really want to know. Question 3, a book where the main character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with, or a no TP. All right, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I actually haven't read the end of the series yet, but I do know how it ends, and that's kind of what is stopping me from reading the rest of the series. I'm going to go with the Grisha Trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I know who Alina ends up with, and I just really cannot get behind it. I just can't. I know that I'm not alone because I've been on Tumblr and everybody's kind of like, why would you do that? That's crazy. Although one of my good friends, Alyssa, swears that Alina ended up with the right person. I kind of trust Alyssa, so maybe it's going to turn out better than I think, hopefully. Question 4, a popular book genre you don't reach for. For this, I'm going to go with contemporary. I really just didn't like contemporary for the longest time, so I didn't read any contemporaries. I read a lot more contemporary now than I ever did before, but I still wouldn't reach for it if I had other options. Usually I toss contemporaries in with my science fiction fantasy options when they become a little too stressful. So say for instance, after a Throne of Glass book, I might pick up a contemporary because my heart probably couldn't take anything else at that point. Question 5, a popular or beloved character that you just didn't like. I'm actually going to go with Etienne St. Clair from Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I know everybody really loved him and thought he was charming in English and he had an accent, but I just thought he was kind of a douche. I mean, he spent the entire novel emotionally cheating on his girlfriend and then denying that he was emotionally cheating on his girlfriend to the girl that he was actually in love with. And I just felt like he could have manned up and been like, okay, I need to take care of some stuff, and the entire novel would have been much better. But instead we got this guy who was in love with this other girl but had a girlfriend and didn't know how to deal with it and wouldn't break up with the girlfriend but also wouldn't commit to the girl that he was actually in love with, and I was just kind of like, what are you doing? Question 6, a popular author you can't seem to get into. I picked picked Colleen Hoover for this one, and again, it's probably because contemporary is not my genre. Everyone has recommended Colleen Hoover to me as the ultimate contemporary queen, and then if I was going to read any contemporary, I should definitely have her amongst them. I did read Hopeless, which I didn't really like, and I have a copy of Ugly Love, which I really can't get into. And I don't know if it's just that I don't like the genre or I don't like the writing. I don't know what it is. I just don't really like her books. I am going to give it another try though, because sometimes I'm just not in the mood for things like that, and if I read it at a different time, I could probably like it. Question 7. A popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. You know, I don't really mind the chosen one trope. I don't have a problem with love triangles the way that most people do, but I really freaking hate insta-love. I can't stand insta-love. I just don't understand it. Like, when I look at a person, I'm looking at a person. I don't automatically think I'm in love with that person. I don't swoon really over people. I don't get insta-love. I just don't. There's no way I can look at a person and know that I'm in love with them. I know people say love at first sight exists, but I'm calling bullshit because it has never happened to me. Sometimes I think, wow, they are really good looking, they are attractive, I would definitely make out with them, but I don't think, wow, I want to be tied to them forever. Oh my god, I can't live, I can't breathe, I can't eat, I can't sleep. Oh my god, I just want to think about them all the time. And it's just, it annoys me so much in books. I just have huge problem with insta-love. Not my favorite. Please, please stop. Question 8. A popular book or series that you have no interest in reading. I'm gonna go with Jenny Han's series, The Summer I Turned Pretty. Again, probably because it's a contemporary. I'm sorry guys who like contemporary. I just can't get behind it for some reason. I don't know. So The Summer I Turned Pretty just didn't sound like something I'd really get into. I like my love stories as kind of part of a bigger overall arc, not the main point of the novel. But everyone I know and have talked to has really liked The Summer I Turned Pretty, so maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever pick it up though, guys. Sorry. Question 9. The saying goes, the book is always better than the movie, but what movie did you like better than the book? This is not a YA title, but I don't think that matters here. I'm gonna go with Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I really didn't like the book. It was kind of disjointed. I didn't feel like it was cohesive. I felt kind of like lost in the narrative a few times. I liked the idea of it. I liked the fantasy setting. I liked the magic. I liked the whole mythology of it, but I just didn't actually like the way that it was structured. I really freaking love the movie. I think it's one of the greatest movies ever. I've seen it like hundreds of times. I went and saw it in theaters at least 3 times. In fact, it's one of my go-to movies before bed because it's on Netflix now and I just turn it on before I go to sleep because I know I'm going to enjoy it. And it's also something I can tune out because I've seen it so many times. The movie was just a lot of fun. It was cute. It was fantastical, and I just really enjoyed it. I wish I liked the book as much. So those are my answers, and now I get to tag people. So I am tagging Karis from Karis on Reading, Michelle from Fluffy Book Bug, and I'm gonna tag Blabberon. I can't wait to see what you guys pick, and I hope that you do this tag. And that's all for me today. I get to turn in my literary theory paper in a couple of hours, and then I am done grad school for the most part for the next 2.5 months. Huh, so excited! So hopefully you'll be seeing more from me and I'll be hearing more from you and we can chat more about books, fictional characters, love triangles, insta-love, anything you want. Bye!